and the chairperson of the Central Committee has explained what we are charged to do. This is closing a chapter. For beginning, we started on the 2nd of December 2016 and ended with the presidential elections of 2021. A new chapter is beginning and started on the 19th of January 2022 when the person elected the presidential elections of 2021 assumed office. The Gambian people are asking for a conversation, and PDOIS has the institutional memory, having been here in the First Republic, Second Republic, and a transition that no one expected. It is well suited to open up this new conversation on the way forward for the Gambian people. We are not here out of our own volition, because I have a transitional role. I have already indicated what is best suited for the political situation as far as my person is concerned. It is now left to the Central Committee to ultimately decide when it is best to carry out such a wish. But we met and engaged in vigorous conversation within ourselves to find out why DOI is where it is, whether it is relevant for it to exist, an existential question. And having lived long enough and served long enough, it is no longer an academic exercise for us. It's a life and death question for the party and a life and death question for this nation. So our conversation is not an ordinary one. And we would have wanted to wait until we complete our exercise before facing it. But within our ranks, it was made clear that the Gambian people are still in need of a voice, of clarity, to be able to make sense of what is happening. From our own point of view, you have a government. You elected that government. We are a government in waiting. If you desire to entrust your powers to us, it is the government that is elected that should be speaking and explaining. For us, we should hold it into account on what it is doing. But it is for you to examine whether the promises are being fulfilled and prepare yourself for another election. Because you own this country and you entrust power just for a time. And you have the power to make those you elect to render account. That is the democratic culture. We mentioned as early as 19 January 2022 that we were beginning this new journey and that we will not be silent in gauging, scrutinizing, and restraining the government in office to do what is in line with the aspirations of the people. So there's no need to be in a hurry. We are going to be there, speaking as we have always done in the interest of the Gambian people. But to us, and maybe to many, we see that the government in office is more engaged in trial and error form of governance than a strategic one directed by a transformative agenda. It's an opinion. They may wish to disagree, but we want a fresh conversation, a constructive one. They can engage us in a debate on the issue. And that's what DOI intends to do in this coming 4 years, 25. To begin to put the issues on the fore and for debates to take place so that the Gambian people will be clear regarding the future of their lives and that of their children and children's children. But why trial and error? The first act of this government is to establish what it called a caretaker government. We indicated that that is a foreign language to our constitution. It does not speak the language of the Gambian constitution. The Gambian constitution is clear under section 63. In one, that the term of office of the president is 5 years. Subsection 2, that the term of a president starts, incoming president starts, when the term of the outgoing president ends. The current president was the incumbent. As soon as he assumes office, that assumption of office indicates that the previous term ends. And a new term must start. And section 76 of the Constitution is clear that executive power resides in the president, which she could exercise directly or indirectly through vice presidents and ministers. So when the term of a president ends, the term of all those appointed to indirectly exercise executive power also ends. So from our own perspective, governance must be based on fundamental instruments. And if you don't know those instruments, and you cannot safeguard them, and you cannot be guided, then something is wrong. Governance. From our perspective, we follow the development. You should know what type of country you want. And those we elect should tell us what type of country they want to be. They should convince us that the type of country they want to build is fit for us to live in. That is their duty. Again, express under Section 1, subsection 2 of the Constitution that authority is derived from our consent, the consent of you, the sovereign Gambian people. And it should be exercised to promote your general welfare. And it is very clear under Section 26 of the Constitution that we have rights. And one of the fundamental political rights is to take part in the running of public affairs. We, the Gambian people, we should take part in the running of public affairs. We should participate in genuine elections.